Okay guys, hello and welcome back to the wonderful Tekkit world. This is Shadow Studios 9 Minecraft username Primary Artemis, and today we're going to go over the alchemy rings. Now the first thing we need to do if we're going to make rings is to make an iron band, like so. And there are 8 rings in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Ring. There are 8 of these hound doggies, and I'm going to go over all of them with you. So I'm going to get myself 8 iron bands, and then I will return. Okay, so the first one we're going to make is called the Archangel smite. So for this you need 4 bows, 2 dark matter, 2 feathers, and an iron band. And so there you go. You have yourself an Archangel smite. You'll notice that I have a fully charged Klein Star Omega, and so these rings I'm making will just use their charge. So the way this works is if I left click, it shoots a volley of arrows, or it should. Right click just shoots a rapid stream of them. It will. Maybe I have to have a target to be able to shoot the volley. I hear it trying to make a sound. Like I said, left click will just shoot them all out, like so. And I should be able to shotgun these guys. Well, and then another thing is if I hit G, it will just send an infinite stream out and search for targets by itself, which is pretty neat because you can just kind of hold down G in a local area and destroy things. The ring is pretty smart. You can use dirt or stone. 14 dirt or 14 stone equals 1 arrow. Or if you have arrows in your inventory already, it will just use those instead. So that is the Archangel smite, and now we shall move on to the next ring. Okay, the next one we're going over is the black hole band. So this takes 3 string, 1 iron band, and 2 dark matter. And what this guy does is you hit G to activate it, and once you do, say if I break this block over here, you'll see that it just gets sucked towards me like a magnet. Now the other neat thing about this is if I leave it on and put it in, say, my alchemy bag, and go throw this block over here, when it gets sucked in, it gets sucked right into my alchemy bag instead. So if I'm breaking some dirt over here, it's going to get sucked into me, and not only does it not clog up my main inventory, it goes straight into this bag for me, which I think is pretty decent. Although it can be annoying if you're trying to work on a project, so you should always deactivate it if you're not out mining, or else it will become quite obnoxious. Wait, what? Why did it just turn on? Off. Does it turn on automatically inside of an alchemy bag? It appears that it does. Yeah, it does. Well, I didn't know that. That can be slightly obnoxious, but, you know, better than clogging up your main inventory, I suppose. Alright, there's another thing about this ring. If we just pop it... Nope, there we go. If we pop it out here, it will clean up water. So if you've spilt water somewhere, and I think maybe lava. Let me double check that really quickly. Yes, it is any liquid block, so lava does indeed work. I don't want to do it on that. Where's a place where there's some water I can mess with and not have to worry? But basically it works like a perpetually empty bucket. If I right click on some water, oh I know, down in my strip mine there's plenty of lava to work with. It works like a perpetually empty bucket, like I was saying. If you right click with it, it will simply pick up the junk but not, you know, fill a bucket like a bucket does. So if I just right click in here, I can, well, it's not, yeah, there we go. I can kind of start getting rid of the lava. So perpetually empty bucket. Pretty neat stuff. And now we're on to the next ring. Deactivate. Okay, so next we have the Harvest Goddess Band. Yep, that's it. So for this you need lots of plant material. 4 saplings, 1 of each flower type, and then you get the Harvest Goddess ring. Now this is a pretty complex ring. Basically when it's just, well, I'm going to sleep really quickly. Oh, you just saw what happened. Basically when it's just in your inventory, it's just going to randomly try to grow things. I'm going to take it out and make it stop doing that. So you can see that while it was in my inventory, plant matter just started popping up all around me. So don't keep it on your hotbar if you don't want plants following you everywhere, because that's what they're going to do. I'm going to go to sleep really quickly and get a fresh day for us to mess with. Okay, we have a fresh new day, and so like you saw earlier, why the ring is in your inventory, it's just going to start randomly growing things at a fixed rate, which sounds weird. Random means random spots. Fixed rate means it's going to happen consistently. Another thing about it, if it's in your inventory, tilled ground will stay tilled, or it's supposed to. Odd. Let me try this one. Yeah, that one worked. So that must be, sometimes the client side tries to trample things while the server side hasn't, so I don't think that's trampled. I think that's just the client side glitch, because the other ones didn't trample when I jumped on them. Okay. Now, there's a thing called harvest mode. Now in harvest mode, things are going to grow at a faster rate, and also, if I use this, well, it's going to start harvesting things by itself, as you can see. It's just picking the things up like so. And actually, I can use it on tilled grass or tilled dirt, and it will replant everything. And if I left click, it will attempt to use bone meal on it. I don't have any bone meal in my inventory, and the Kleinster Ein doesn't work for that. But if you have bone meal in your inventory, it will use that up and grow all of them, and things grow a lot faster whilst it is in your inventory. Pretty neat thing. And you saw how if I right-clicked on the tilled dirt, it plants seeds. If I right-click on grass, it will plant saplings. If I right-click on sand, it will plant cactus. It's basically your all-around tool for getting plants for whatever reason. You like plants? Then you'll love this ring. You want to just walk around in a forest to sprout behind you? This ring is definitely for you. Are you an industrial sadist who thinks that Earth should be destroyed? You should probably stay away from this ring. But we have more rings to cover, so let's keep the wheels on this train chugging. Okay, now we have the Ring of Ignition. Now this is going to take 4 fresh flint and steels, 2 Mobius fuel, a band, and 2 dark matter. And there we go, we have the Ring of Ignition. So, okay, I need to get really far away from my base while showing this off to you guys, because this is just like chaos in pudding, is what this is, just pure chaos. So, if you left click, it fires a projectile that sets some things on fire. Do I have to activate it first? Oh, yeah, if you activate it, it constantly sets the land around you on fire. So that's not good. If you're just wearing it, it starts to put fires out, supposedly. So if you're just wearing it in your inventory, you can see you're immune to flames, and it will actually try to put the fires out around you, which is interesting. Anyway, so now right click while you have it charged, sends out like a burst of destroying flames. There's no targets. Well, first I have to charge this up. So yeah, I don't really have any targets, but oh good gravy, it's setting the land on fire. Makes you immune to fire, and essentially you turn into a... Oh, nope, that was a bad idea. Need to put the ring, there we go. There we go. I don't think it's... I can't tell which mode is activated. I'm going to keep on walking. If I keep seeing fire, I'll know it's activated. Yep, there's more fire. I need to deactivate it. Yep, I do not recommend wearing this inside of your humble abode, because you'll probably burn it down. But yeah, it's like if you're going PvP and you're wearing this ring, you're just going to burn them all, and there's going to be nothing they can do about it. Added bonus, makes you immune to fire damage. That's pretty nice. Go swimming in lava. Like, literally, you could go swimming in lava if you wanted to. And I can still hear the fire. I'm going to pretend like I didn't start a natural forest fire, and we are almost halfway there with all the rings in this thingamajig. Okay, next we have my personal favorite ring, Swift Wolf's Rendering Gale. Let's see here if I get this right. I always get the 4 things mixed up. Yep, it's good. Okay, so here's Swift Wolf's Rendering Gale. I want to get the Ring of Ignition out of my way because I'm just going to set the world on fire. Now, Swift Wolf's Rendering Gale does a couple of things. So, first off, it lets you fly. And you can see here, it's slowly absorbing my EMC for the amount of time I'm flying, which is pretty cool. You also don't take fall damage, as you can see. It's just handy dandy schmandy. You can repel mobs. I don't see any enemy mobs around. Let me try to find one. It doesn't work on friendlies that I know. So let's see if there's something in this cave system that isn't the friendliest. Nope, come on, come on. Give me something to demonstrate on Minecraft. I want like one little zombie that I can push around. Just one. That's all I want. I want to go find one, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, I found some baddies down here. So you can see I send them flying, and also if I hit C, it activates repulsion mode, and the baddies aren't able to get to me. So that's kind of handy for creepers and stuff, keeping them away from you. A couple of other things, you're immune to fall damage. If you right-click on a mob and it's raining, they'll be struck by lightning instead of being pushed away. And lastly, if it's raining and you do your right-click into the air, it turns it into a thunderstorm. So that is all for Swift Wolf's Rendering Gale, my personal favorite of all the rings. Okay, now to make this next thing, we have to make something called the Gem of Eternal Density. And I just realized I have none of the required resources to do so, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, now that I have everything I need, the first thing we need to do is make the Gem of Eternal Density. So, very simple pattern of dark matter, obsidian, and diamonds. And there it is. And what this little buckaroo does is when you're mining, it compacts the ores into more valuable things. And say if you have more than 64 iron, it turns the extra iron into gold, and the extra gold into diamond. It basically just compacts your inventory. And so when used in combination with the black hole band, you can really simplify your inventory management. So this next one is called the Void Ring, and what it does is it literally combines the Gem of Eternal Density and the black hole ring together into one item, so you don't have to have them separately. And on top of that, it adds the extra function of being able to teleport you. So I need a piece of red matter, so I'm just going to pop up top here and grab, I need 2 pieces of red matter. Whoops. So 1, 2, there we go. And luckily we have the good old and faithful Philosopher's Stone. Oh gosh dang it, I threw it. Alright, there we go. So C. And we don't need an iron band at all for this one. We just need a black hole ring, a gem of eternal destiny, and 2 red matter. I think I need to turn the ring off for this to work. There we go. Okay, so pop that back open. Ring, gem, voila, the void ring. So now you'll see it does both functions of those 2 items combined into one compact item to save you 2 inventory slots. And of course saving inventory slots is always a good thing. So break that, the item will suck towards me. I have to activate it first, so yeah, it'll suck towards me, just like before. And now I should be able to right click and teleport. 1 second. It's my bad. It's R to teleport, not right click. So you can teleport within 1,000 blocks of where you were, and both of these features don't take EMC to use, so I just want to teleport up there. Oh my goodness. Yes, I was absolutely hacking, I apologize. Okay, I'm back, and that was terrible. Do not spam the teleport key. So basically now I can just throw this in here, and then what just happened? I see. It appears that it turns some of my stuff into a piece of dark matter. I should have expected that. And I don't. Let's see here. I have my wrenches. I have all of my tools. To be honest, I have no idea what I just lost to get that piece of dark matter, but I'm going to check really quickly. Okay, so I discovered that it turned some of my tools and stuff into the dark matter and a diamond. So to remedy that, I got a second alchemy bag, and then I put it in there. And so now I won't have to worry about it again, and I'll just have to go back and make the diamond handsaw that I lost. And then I lost a couple of other random things, a slime ball, some eggs, nothing really major. Nothing that I'm going to cry about. So anyway, on to more rings. Okay, next we have the 0 ring, which is very similar to the ignition ring, except instead it creates snow. There we go. The 0 ring. So, same thing as the ignition ring. I'm not going to bother to go outside and show it to you, because all it's going to do is the same thing as the ignition ring, except with the inverse in the case of snow. Now, for the fun part, I want to go get some red matter, and we're going to make the ring of Archangel, which combines the 0 ring, Swift Wolf, the Ring of Ignition, and the Harvest Goddess band into one ring, so we don't have to carry as many at once. So I'm going to get some red matter, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so here we go, the moment of truth. We're going to need the Harvest Goddess ring, the Ring of Ignition, Swift Wolf, 0 ring, and some red matter, and there we go, the Ring of Arcana, and it appears we got 2 of the rings back. Was that a glitch? You're not supposed to get the rings back. Oh, the Harvest Goddess and Zero Ring are returned upon crafting. So never mind, I get to keep those two. But I'm probably just going to, well, I'll throw them in here. And we'll bring this guy down. It's on red, and I don't want it to be on red because that is the ring of ignition functions. So I'm going to go away from my house before I put this thing in my inventory, like a smart person would. So basically, it works like the other ones. When I press G, it activates it, and when I press C, it cycles through the modes. So it has red, yellow, green, and blue somewhere. Blue, there we go. And so blue is like the zero ring, right click, does a snowball, and when active it will place a block of snow. Red launches a fireball, like so. Come at me, come at me. Oh, also, you continuously have the ability to fly and no fall damage, and you continuously have the ability to not be affected by fire. Okay, in yellow, it does the gale projectile, like so. And then we have the green, which when activated does the normal harvesting. And actually, it doesn't do the area of effect planting like... Oops. It doesn't do the area of effect planting like the normal ring does. Oh, actually it does. Would you look at that? It planted a couple. I was under the impression it didn't. Anyway, so we've combined those 4 rings into one awesome ring that we can just continuously keep in our inventory. And for safety reasons, I'm going to keep it on defaulted on Swift Wolf's yellow, because on the yellow mode, if I accidentally activate it or anything, it's not going to do any damage, whereas the blue, red, and green would, because those two, when you activate them, start placing things and can cause all sorts of mayhem. So there we go. I've simplified my ring count to just 3 basic rings: the Archangel's ring, the Arcane ring, and the Void ring. And again, the Void ring was given its own bag, so that way it doesn't go goofing things up when I don't want it goofing things up. Pretty simple. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this alchemy bag inside this alchemy bag. And what that's going to do is, because that alchemy bag isn't directly in my inventory, the Void Ring's not going to be active, so I can just use my inventory normally, and then anytime I want to use the Void Ring's capabilities, I'll just pull the red bag out and put it in my hotbar, and then it will work with all the Void Ring's capabilities. So this has been a crash course lesson on the wonderfulness of the rings in the Alchemy mod. I hope it was informative, because this was just an informative episode. Let's play with these rings and see what the heck we can do. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!